Hello everyone, TinaGale here again with another process video, and today I'm working with a sketch from Stuck Sketches. I'll have the link to their website down below in the description on YouTube as well as on my blog. And I normally work a lot of times with patterned paper as my background, but this time I am working with it's kind of a grayish blue cardstock that's textured, and then just a few pieces of patterned paper, and it's from the Amy Tan stitched line, and I have just some leftovers and things, so I'm just piecing together this layout using this sketch. And as you can tell, I didn't even know which side I kind of wanted. I just kind of had my general pieces cut from my scraps. But I decided to put the lighter side up behind the photos because with the darker blue showing, it was kind of competing against the photos. And with the light background, then it was allowing the photos to be the center of attention, which is what I wanted. And then I have some of these doilies from Doodlebug, and I keep forgetting about them. And so I had this one. I decided to tuck it up behind there in the sketch. I think they actually even have like a little doily sketched in on the sketch. And then I used the blue for the banner piece going across so that it could help anchor my photos down to the page where it didn't overpower, but it was giving a place for my photos to sit so they weren't just floating around. And after I finished the layout, I did go back because once I put the photos down, not so much of that blue banner was showing like I wanted, so the photos are a little bit misleading because I did move them where they're more like where they are right now, where a little bit of that blue is showing, and that's what it needed. And then I'm taking some of this same light blue paper and I'm just making a little banner place across for the side. And you can tell I was going to cut it with my scissors, and I am horrible cutting straight lines with the scissors, and so I grabbed my paper trimmer to do it since it was going to be longer, and it would have probably really showed had it not been straight. And so I had a thicker and a thinner piece, so I'm just kind of playing to see which one's going to work better. And I have this little tag, and this tag is from the My Mind's Eye cut and paste brads. So along with the brads on that sheet, there were also some little tags, and you'll notice at the side there, that's the brads, and so there's also a circular piece. And this banner at the bottom that says Sweet, that's also from that same brad collection. So it's an older collection, but you can still find it in some places and Amazon and things like that. And then this little sticker sheet is from Fancy Pants Park Bench label stickers. And I've been working on it for quite a while too, but the colors matched really well with the colors that I was working with in this layout because it's all the blues, kind of leaning to the teals, and then the black and the gray, and then pops of brown for the chocolate because this is all about my husband's obsession with chocolate. And this paper from the Stitched collection had this great graphic black and white design on the branding strip, and so I just used my small scalloped punch to punch it to put underneath that light blue block of paper, just to help ground those photos and give it some weight at the bottom because it was feeling really a little bit too light and airy. So I really needed to bring some more weight, and I know with my title it's going to be really big and a lot of different colors, so I know there's going to be more coming that weights it down, but I felt like that little scalloped border worked really well. So I've just matted my photos with white cardstock, and I'm not worried about covering up the one photo because it's all of the chocolate bins, and they show in the other photo too. And this layout is my husband, and there's a shop in Epcot that has all of these chocolates. And it's a gorgeous display just in itself, and you'll see how I play on that in the title in this banner too. But we were walking along and we were missing him, which I knew exactly where he was at. So we walk in and we catch him, and he's just got fistfuls of chocolates. in his hands. And it was so funny. I had to snap a picture, and then I made him turn around so that I could get his face and stuff. But he is a true chocoholic, and so this is, by his standards, some of the best chocolate in the world. Um, so this was just a really fun layout to do of him. So I'm looking for brads to go in that tag, and I actually have a blue one, and it had some arrows on it that match the paper. But in the end, I go and I switch it out with one that's kind of a pinky orange, because it just needed some color up there. And so that one stays for quite a while, but I do eventually switch it out. And then I always have little cups of leftovers on my table. It could be leftover pieces that I've cut from my silhouette, or die cuts that are just at the end of the package that, you know, there's not enough to keep in the package. It's just literally down to one or two. And so that little circle that you saw me kind of pick up, it was one that was left over from another silhouette cut that I had used up, but I just had a few laying on my desk, and so I was trying to pop it in since it was black and I had the gray, but it didn't really fit, so, you know, I threw it away really quick and put it back in my little cup. So this title here is made from some alphabets. It's canvas alpha stickers. That's from Making Memories, and so that tells you how old it is. It is, I have no idea how old it is, but it's very, very old. I've never used it. But it just fit perfect with this layout, because these bins of chocolate, each one is this different color of wrapper. And so that's how he always tells us which one he wants. He knows the colors of the wrappers for us. So I felt like the title, with all the different sizes of letters and all the different colors, just really kind of repeated that chocolate display in the photos. So I really, really liked that. And then this banner here, it was also just that multicolored, and it has the word sweet on it. So I thought that was another little perfect little touch. And so with those little pops of color down at the very bottom and then diagonally on that banner, that's why I kind of switched that brad up at the top. It needed that repeat of that little pop of color up there. And so when I was pulling this alphabet off, it was so sticky, I almost didn't get it off. And then when I put it on the page, it was like there was no sticky on it at all. And so I just took my liquid glass and adhered them all down to the page. And so this is that same thicker sheet that I've been working on since, I think, November. I think it came in Paper Camellia's kit in November. And I ended up leaving this in because I've got a lot of comments about they appreciate me sharing how much I struggle about where to put things. And sometimes a layout goes along really well, and this one did. I pretty much just, I knew where everything wanted, and then I got to the very, very end of embellishing, and I wanted these little hearts. The layout just needed something to pop. It was all just too muted, and I mean, it was nice, but it could be better. And so I pulled these hearts off, and I played for the longest time. And I'll tell you, what I'm doing is I'm trying to get them kind of in a triangular pattern. I don't want them straight across from each other or straight up and down. And so every time I kind of find a spot, then I'm like, well, no, because it's, you know, like that. It's just straight up and down. And so that's not exactly pleasing. And I had this little stamp sticker off to the left, right underneath where I have that heart now. And that was also bothering me too, because I didn't really like that. And so when I pick up the layout where I can kind of see it straight on, and then I really see that, and it's like, nah, that I just don't need that at all. And so then I put that heart over there, and then that's when it kind of starts all coming together, and I get it the way I want it. And so I had just a little bit larger heart. I swapped that out and then put those three, and voila, I was happy. So here are some pictures of the still shots. I hope you enjoy my process, and be sure to leave a comment. I try to reply to all of them. Thanks for joining me, and we will catch you next time.